What's up? This is my second video that I've done for Max Proud's bass guitar tag. My son, my 2-year-old son got into my iPad and deleted. He got somehow into YouTube and figured out that the red light, you know, the little red button deleted all my videos. So the bass guitar tag, a bunch of my bass learning videos, and a bunch of my vinyl community videos were deleted, like my introductions to all that stuff. And Max Proud channel is a pretty cool channel. I'll put a link in my description to show you guys all that, so you can look at Max Proud's channel. But if you're a bass player, he reviews a lot of basses. He shows a lot of basses, prices of basses. His basses that he has, that he's modified, or, you know, SX basses. That's how I got turned on to SX basses, was through Max Proud. And I have a SX 5-string that I love. It's a fretless 5-string that I love. And so, you know, if you're starting or you want to save money or whatever, he's a good resource, man, to check out. Very honest dude. You can tell in his videos. He's just down-to-earth cat. And then Mr. Johnson, he's a bass player that I follow, and he plays a lot of bass covers online, and he posts videos, and he's really good. You need to check him out. I'll put some links for his page also. He kind of convinced me to do, him and Max Earl from the Max Proud channel convinced me to do another video, kind of update what I'm doing now. So the first question, so I'm doing the bass guitar tag. There's 10 questions to kind of get to know about each bass player in the bass community. And so the first question out of the 10 is, why the bass? Let me turn this down. Why the bass guitar? So I really dig the bass guitar because it's more physically demanding, not like the drums, but it's kind of, you know, it's in between the drums and the guitar. Physically, you know, you're kind of getting into it. You're, you know what I mean? You're digging in, and then you can be real soft with it. You know, it acts the way you treat it. A lot similar to the drums, similar to the guitar. I just like the bass because it's just the tone of it, the way it makes me feel. Whenever I listen to music, all the music that I'm drawn to is more featuring a bass guitar, or the bass guitar stands out a lot in the tracks, in the mix. So that's why I'm drawn towards funk music, because the bass guitar is really out in the front for funk. That's why I like the Minutemen, because Mike Watt, you know. And so, you know, I listen to that stuff and I'm drawn to it, so the bass just naturally to me is where I want to go. And I like the way I produce music with the bass guitar. I don't like the way I produce music with a guitar or piano or drums or whatever. I don't enjoy myself like I do with this. Next question is, did you start with guitar or the bass first, or any other instrument? I actually started on saxophone because my dad plays saxophone in a band since he was a little kid. And they have their own band in New Mexico. It's called the Pacers. And they're still going since he was like middle school or younger. And I wanted to be like my dad, so I had his sax. I still have his saxophone. And then I tried bass guitar. A friend of mine gave me guitar. A friend of mine gave me a guitar, and what are you doing?
Hello.
A friend of mine gave me a guitar, and he was like, "Here, let's start a band. Let's play." And I was like, you know, I had this guitar, and I was playing a lot of like bass riffs naturally on the guitar before I even knew what I was doing. And he was like, "Man, you're a bass player. You need to get a bass guitar." And what are you doing? Say hello. Say hi.
Hi.
So, you know, he was like, "You're a bass player." So, you know, I had the guitar for a while because he just gave me one, and he wanted me to, you know, play in his band, and it just never took off. And then he showed me a Primus video one night. We were drinking and doing whatever, and he was like, "This is gonna trip you out." And he showed me a Primus video, and I was like, next day I went out and bought a bass. So that starts my whole affair with that type of music too. My main bass right now is this Carl Thompson 4-string Les Claypool style bass guitar. I had this built. I called Carl Thompson up in late 2007, and I received it in 2011, and had a really good relationship with Carl. Still do, you know, if I was to call him up. He's got a star.
Yeah.
DJ Lance has a star.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, you know, it took him, Kelvin, Pete Hilton. There's one more dude that worked on my bass, and I'll remember his name as soon as I turn this video off. But Carl, I just told him I wanted a bass guitar. And he was like, "Okay, you'll send your deposit or whatever." And I just sent him a check. There was no notes, no receipts, no nothing. I just sent him a check. And calls every now and then. 4 years later, I have a bass guitar, you know what I mean, in 2011. And it was worth every penny, you know, and all the time that I waited in anticipation. But I didn't know this is what he was going to build. I had no clue. And it's a black walnut body with flame maple stripes, Cocobolo bridge, Cocobolo pickguard, a Cocobolo. It's brown.
Green?
It's brown. String?
Yeah, green?
Yeah. Cocobolo and walnut pickup cover. And then the control panel is black walnut. And then the fingerboard is ebony, and the headstock is ebony with Cocobolo nut guard there. And then you've got the back with Hipshot tuners and ebony heel block in the back. And it's a set neck, no bolts or anything like that. It's got a Kent Armstrong pickup in it. Very simple volume, tone,
Doggone!
and then
Doggone!
who?
Doggone!
Go tell Bubba. Go tell him. And then it's got a mute, and then a low, like for a jazzier feel, and then it boosts the mids up a little bit and gives you a tighter and then kind of a muffled sound for more jazzy stuff. The mute's up that way. So this is my main bass right now. I have 8 basses altogether. I got one upright and then one kind of beater bass, my punk bass that I use for most stuff. And I record a lot with it. But this is my main one. Okay, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
That's okay though. And, you know, I just dibble dabble all over the place with all the basses. Do I prefer 4, 5, 6 or more strings in a bass guitar? I naturally feel better with a 4-string. Naturally feel better with a 4-string bass guitar. I've got a 5-string. I've played 6 strings. And if anybody knows Gabba Gabba, actually Bootsy Collins is on a Gabba Gabba video, huh? You like Bootsy?
Yeah, pretty.
You like Bootsy?
Yeah.
And but I like the 4-string. The 4-string is more natural to me. The B gets in my way sometimes whenever I'm playing a 5 or a 6. But the 4-string, I'm comfortable. It does the job of what I need. Let's see, my first bass mentor, I guess, would be my buddy that turned me onto the bass guitar and the Primus stuff. So my bass hero would be, you know, Les Claypool, Bootsy Collins, Victor Wooten, Mike Watt, Marcus Miller, of course, you know, all those names, Michael Manring, all those cats, because they were doing all this fun stuff on the bass guitar, you know what I mean? Louis Johnson, and all the music that I listened to that I didn't even know who the bass players were, Ohio Players. Actually, he just died not that long ago. I'm losing his name right now, but he passed away like just a few days ago. The bass player for the Ohio Players.
Yeah.
But let's see, style of play, finger, pick, or slap. I like finger style. I can do pick, it's okay, but I like the versatility that you have whenever you're you know, I just have more. I have more options. And then whenever I slap, you know, you have different styles. Thank you. So fingers and slapping. Slapping is more fun for me. Let's see. What style do you love to play bass to? Anything Primus that I can figure out, or any other stuff? Okay. Thank you. I do like playing to this right here. Mike Dillon. Anything Mike Dillon does, because his bass parts are a little bit simpler. Mike Dillon plays marimba, and his bass player is a little simpler. Not too flashy, but still very interesting. So this is Battery Milk by Mike Dillon. Mike Dillon's Go-Go Jungle. Fantastic percussionist. Primus, if I can pick up a Primus lick, old school funk. I love playing that stuff. I play upright bass. Not like I know what I'm doing, but I have one and I play it. I got an electric upright right now in NS Design. Do I read tab or play by ear? I can read tab. I used to be able to read music, but if you don't practice it, it's like anything else, I've lost it. And mostly it's by ear, you know, picking stuff up. So, let's see. The instrument I don't play that I wish I did play. So I wish I could play the hell out of a piano, or like a violin, like dope, like play it, and drums. Like if I could kick out a sick drum beat, like just sick, that just makes you start going, that would be ideal. But just trying to figure this thing out is hard enough. So yeah, Max Proud. I hope my son was entertaining for you guys, and it was a little difficult to keep on track, but I was able to do it. And I'll catch you guys later.